time around, about Yankasi chairman, national chairman for the NDC party, Mr. Johnson, Asiedu Nketia. Na yebeka ya nansi ya na NDC for your man say say ye na Ukwajiman as the running mate for a former president, Mr. John Dramani Mahama ba. Yemfane chairman say, oh, this is the person as running mate for the NDC party. And so nansi ya no mukopie mu UPS. No mukopie mu UPS no, the main focus na ke was say nana Ukwajiman so ba. At the end of the day, no, at the chinye, you ever heard any, graphic BMR, you say, Mr. Johnson, Asiedu Nketia, any liƙe. Why, it's answer was still show, no, or the name Ama be liƙe. And Kadia was say, Nana Jin, and I was say, oh no, and I dare chinye, in summer was all can speech on my, I can't know Nanka was a man for, first page of any graphic, and call no Nanka was so that bad Dabby. Adeɛ chia file graphic ahodo and say graphics ahodo wo kuma se nyina na ye Mr. Johnson Asiedu Nketia, the chairman for the NDC party ono enim enedikai. When I'm so Paul Adom Octhere edinsin dia ba bontin say offer the evidence in mra bontin due to some cases are ekoso between the NDC people omo in sembia ekoso. When I'm so Paul Adom Octhere said name kind or say Mr. Asiedu Nketia on fan on papers and as an crata and evidence betcha say ampa we NHS me asimesi and I say we NHS say ni aka we yen say between Paul Adom Octhere and Mr. Johnson Asiedu Nketia chairman for the NDC party. By me pese me so no de come home nyenkoti ensema Paul Adom Octhere edit Twitter answer na no. Let's also be subscribed to Inkasa TV. Or like comment your comment section or by clicking the notification button for more news updates. You could see Marcia with us. No, the main icon. And then Kenyon celebrating as we are quite recently UPSC. Adia Yama Jinana Ukwajiman outdone as the vice president. Omani bounds not the headlines our daily smunyina General Mosquito, General Asiedu Nketia, or Febepia, or G Aboso, Koba. Na exclusively, or Tenasino, may upon much the Tenasia, or your analysis knows. A dear Asiedu Nketia, a tear for Wajan Hokra. This youngest Wajan one said, evidence Ben or no war, how they can't do the kind, or show evidence. That is where the problem is. And the way General Mosquito or that smartness and psychology to steal a program, to want you careful, not only year, and you never started from His Excellency Jenny John Rawlings President, no, steal a lot of programs. Don't even Fifia Damos, no, Ajishuru, and so Kasaya, no only evidence. You got Ningotier, Paul Adom Octhere.
For economy, he in his psyche, because that's what I do. I study politicians. I've been doing that forever. That's what I do. I just study politicians. So if you ask me about J.H. Mensah, I can tell you. If you ask me about Olusegun Obasanjo, I can tell you. If you ask me about Colonel Gaddafi, I can tell you about his philosophy. Maybe one day I'll put a book together on the philosophy of some African politicians I've studied. I've studied Johnson Asiedu Nketia. This is the thing you need to know about him. Johnson Asiedu Nketia always wants to be the line item. He always wants to be the lead item. Anywhere and in any circumstance, he doesn't present himself as the lead item. How he does it is that he will raise a situation, he will say something, he will generate a narrative that then becomes the story. So with every big event, Asiedu Nketia's psychology is that attending the event, even when he wasn't party chairman, in fact when he was party general secretary and Chairman Wayose was chairman, Asiedu Nketia was more prominent, not because he's taller, bigger or anything, but he has a way of stealing the show using words, narratives, jokes, all of that. He has a way of stealing the show. When Professor Mills was president, every time there's an event, Asiedu Nketia steals the show. That's how Rawlings gave him the name General Mosquito, because he steals the show. That's his psychology. It's not good, it's not bad, it's not wrong, it's just his psychology. And he's not the only politician who is like that. So I studied him. So going into the General Ukwajiman event, I was really focusing on what will Johnson Asiedu Nketia do at this event. What Asiedu Nketia goes to the event to do is to do something that will make him the headline, not J Nana the headline. not John Mahama, not Lordina Mahama. It has to be Johnson Asiedu Nketia. That is his psychology. When he was invited to speak, he spoke for a very short time. Fifi Kwete had been talking for almost an hour. When the event was still on, if you like, check. Whilst the event was about to close, still on, all the headlines, Joy FM, I was sending to people, I said, look. Peace FM Online, Ghana Web, they were all headlining Asiedu Nketia's statement. And he made those statements deliberately so that he will be the headline, not Jenana Opoku-Agyeman being the headline. I don't know whether NDC folks noticed it, but I certainly noticed it because I've been doing that for quite a while. Before I tell you how he did it, let's play a montage for him. He likes that. Johnson Asiedu Nketia's. And this is Jenana Opoku-Agyeman's outdooring. This is a candidate who has been a running mate in 2020, was not successful, has been renominated by the leader of the party, who was also not successful, but has been voted for again as the NDC candidate. So this is a very important event. Meanwhile, President Mahama's campaign team has not yet been announced. So this is the major event since the announcement of the flag bearer. Since John Mahama was outdoored by the NDC as his flag bearer, this is the next most important event that they've had. Of course, since the announcement of Jenana Opoku-Agyeman, she has had a few engagements, one of which Kwesi Ahoy badly slipped on this somebody's going to die thing, which was, it's been managed better, I think. It's okay, it's bad. We understand that it's a slip. We'll still talk about it, but we know that it's a slip. Now, so after that, the next major event is this one. Asiedu Nketia knows that this event is for Professor Jenana Opoku-Agyeman. It's not for anybody. So even if you look at President Mahama's body language, he tried not to say so much. He tried not to do so much. Madam Lordina just came and sat down and exchanged pleasantries with people. Joshua Labi, all the major NDC people were there. Big, huge NDC people. They were all in the room. The Hoys were there. Tutubi Kwache, Kwame Peprad. Big NDC people. So this is a stage set for Jenana to show what she's made up of. So she was going to have a full speech. So usually the most important person is the last person to speak. Even though President Mahama was there, President Mahama was the last but one person to speak. It was President Mahama's responsibility to introduce Jenana Opoku-Agyeman. Fantastic arrangement in terms of the event. But Asiedu Nketia had another mind. He was sitting now quietly looking at them and laughing at them. He was going to teach them some Koko Ase lessons. He was going to teach them some Koko Ase lessons. When he mounted the podium, and he spoke, if you look at the body language of the audience, no one was expecting him to say that. Absolutely no one was expecting Asiedu Nketia to go along the path that he went. Oh, we haven't won the election. And you people are sharing posts. And then there's some kind of people, and we know who he was talking about, who say they are Godfather. We all know who he was talking about, And that was quite worrying for me personally, because I know who he's talking about. And the person is kind of innocent and just trying hard to make sure that his brother wins presidency. That's what he's doing. But Asiedu Nketia said, we know the people who say they are Godfather and they will be doing... I sent a text to the guy. I said, Charlie, Asiedu Nketia is talking about you. Have you heard? He didn't reply. So, but that's Asiedu Nketia for you. Watch the video and let me come back and explain further. This is what he said at the Jenana Opoku-Agyeman event.
Because we are already convinced that we are there, a lot of people have begun taking positions and fighting over who will be what in the next government. Indeed, some people are not only fighting about the positions they will occupy, they are telling all others that they will be the kingmakers and they will be making their appointment. If we are not careful, this will dampen the enthusiasm and the spirit of our followers. So I want to assure everybody that we are not there yet. Don't be fighting about positions. And don't be struggling about who will make appointments. Let us all go for the hunting first, and when we kill the game, we now argue about how to share the meat. Finally, a lot of us assume
when we finally have a game, the meat is to be shared. I don't know. We are looking for election to win and gain political power. If that is meat, no problem. That can be shared as meat. Take your neck, take the bottom, take the the leg. Those of us who like pig feet, if the meat is pig, you cut the feet for us, we take it away. This one, take it away. I don't know whether the governance system is some meat that they are going to be cutting and sharing. But anyway, that's what he said. Now, is this an occasion for Asiedu Nketia to give this warning? This is Jenna Opoku-Agyemang's occasion. She's coming to show hope. She's coming to show possibility. She's coming to show readiness for the governance. She's coming to show readiness as running mate, readiness as president. The NDC is showing their dual tickets of John Dramani Mahama and Jenna Opoku-Agyemang, and suggesting to Ghanaians that this is the ticket you must have confidence in. It's a positive atmosphere. Every speech from the podium must evince that positiveness. Asiedu Nketia, he had a mind of his own. He was sitting down quietly watching them. He was looking at them. He said, these people, I will teach them a lesson. Me, I know. That's a psychology. Because otherwise, viewers, can anyone explain to me? This is so it's like Dr. Bawumia was launched the other day, 2008, after he was named running mate, to the surprise of many, by Nana Akufo-Addo. Bawumia comes on the occasion and gives a fantastic speech. And then the chairman of the party in those days, Peter McMahon, comes and says, hey, the thing, we haven't won it yet. To those of you, no, this is not the occasion to say that. But Asiedu Nketia wanted to steal the show for himself. If Asiedu Nketia didn't say that, he would not have been part of the headline. He knows that if he didn't